Well, hello there guys, welcome back to another Spider-Man video. Yet again, we're going over some Spider-Man topics because, as you know, I love Spider-Man. So, let's just get into it. Alright, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about the top 5 Marvel villains that I need to see in the next Spider-Man 2 game, because I think villains are a massive part of these Spider-Man games, and it kind of makes or breaks the game in my opinion. Alright, just to name a few villains that we already know are going to be in Spider-Man 2. We've got Venom, Kraven, hopefully Fisk, and hopefully Doc Ock again. So we know Venom and Kraven are in it, but I kind of want to see Fisk and Doc Ock because they were obviously in Spider-Man 1, but I don't know, there's something about Doc Ock especially that was just so good about his character, and I feel like it would be such a waste if he just left the Spider-Man universe and to be forgotten because a new game has arrived. I think he deserves at least another cameo or something to where we get to see him again. Okay, so the first villain that I really want to see is Mysterio, or as you guys know him, Quentin Beck. I really want to see Mysterio. I mean, come on, think of the crazy visual effects that Insomniac Games could pull off here. Think of like the trippy animations. I mean, he's also a Daredevil enemy, so you never know, there could be a side mission where Spider-Man teams up with Daredevil, or this could be the perfect introduction for Daredevil. So not only is he going to be a great villain, he's going to be one of those villains that are going to introduce another superhero, I guess, like a ground level superhero, and it's going to be so good if they manage to get both Mysterio and Daredevil in the same game. Like, holy crap. Alright, so the second villain that I'm going to be talking about today is the Lizard, aka Dr. Kirk Connors. Now, the reason why I want Dr. Kirk Connors is because, I mean, I loved the Lizard in The Amazing Spider-Man 1, and there was something about it that just like made me love him, and I read some comic books about the Lizard as well, and I just loved it. I also watched the Spectacular Spider-Man series, as I said in the other video, and I don't know, there's something about the Lizard that's so fascinating to me. I think that Insomniac Games have clearly set him up to be in either the next Spider-Man game or the Spider-Man after that. Well, that's assuming that we're going to get a trilogy out of this Insomniac series. Dr. Kirk Connors worked with Peter Parker's father before he died, and they were working at Oscorp, and from what I remember, I think they made the spiders. I'm not 100% sure. The spiders that bit Peter. We could learn about more of Peter Parker's father, to be honest, through Dr. Kirk Connors. And I think the combat style of the Lizard is so cool. It's so, like, obviously it's a reptile, but it's so cool and different to what a lot of Spider-Man's villains are. Like, for instance, Fisk is just a normal human. Alright, Sandman. I feel like everyone likes Sandman. Maybe not, but like, I love Sandman. And I think a part of that is because of the Tobey Maguire series. I don't know, there's something about that freaking trilogy that just sparked something inside of me as a little child. I was like, holy crap, this is it. Yeah, the Sandman, he is so cool, and I think a part of it is his backstory with his whole like daughter situation and the prison situation. Now, he's obviously like this bad guy and I guess robber, you could say, but I feel like overall, like, everything he does is for his daughter, and he really does mean well for his family, and I think that's the thing that makes him a great villain, because it's not just that, like, obviously you could think graphically it could look sick with all the sand particles and just him being like small as a normal human and then straight away turn into this giant sand monster thing. That could obviously be great, and maybe using like your environment, like for instance water, to defeat him, or I don't know, stuff like that could really switch up the game with Sandman and, you know, change it up from just the punching. Alright, so now we're getting into territories that I'm not 100% confident in, because like personally I've never been a fan or had a personal connection with the Chameleon. This is like one of my first times ever hearing about the Chameleon, and I mean, I guess it's thanks to Bryan, who commented on my videos, twice actually, on 2 videos, so I have to thank you, Bryan, thank you so much. and this video is inspired by you, so thank you. After Bryan commented it, I was like very curious, so I researched it, and Jesus, he's kinda cool. So after about 5 minutes of like decent research time, I'd say that what I know is that he had this serum and it kind of changed his skin, like the pigmentation on his skin. So now he can like transform into like anyone, or he can use any costume that he wants. I'm pretty sure, I'm so sorry if I got that wrong, but after a bit of research, that's what I know. And that is so cool. I mean, I get why he's called the Chameleon now. I kind of want to learn a bit more about his backstory and stuff. Surely there's more to his story. So I'm probably going to do a lot more research later on about the Chameleon, because he sounds so cool. Alright, so thank you again to Bryan, as I had no idea who Paper Doll was before this video, and I just love it when people comment like this. Like, for instance, Bryan, he's been such a cool guy, like he's literally teaching me about villains. That's so cool, and I just hope more people will do that. Hope we can get more conversations going in the comments. So yeah, anyway, Paper Doll. Alright, so from my short amount of research again, apparently she gained her powers after being compressed in her father's dimensional compressor. What? That sounds so cool, like as a start of a villain. How have I never heard that? That sounds so cool and weird and just sick in general. So apparently she was like really obsessive over this guy called Bobby Carr, who was an actor, and she believed that he was communicating with her through the television set. So after this, Paper Doll goes on to, well, to be believed that she is punishing people that are the enemies of Carr, which, I mean, that's pretty cool and, I mean, kind, but at the same time, did they deserve it? I don't know. I should probably look more into that to know if they really deserved it. But then Paper Doll ultimately invaded Carr's mansion, where she attacked his date Mary Jane. However, Peter was there to stop her and capture the Paper Doll. Alright, yeah, I've made my decision. This would be so cool in Spider-Man 2. Just like as even a side story, this would be cool. Alright, well, thank you so much to every single one of you that are still watching. And thank you especially to Bryan for the beautiful recommendations. If you guys have any other recommendations, please put them down below in the comment section. I really would love to read them, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.